Hi, I'm Elaine Harding. Welcome to my blog at stampwithelaine.com. Today I'm showcasing the gorgeous Expressions in Ink suite. This is the card we've been making. In fact, it takes pride of place on the front cover of the new annual catalogue, and you'll find the suite on pages 96 to 97. These are the 12 by 12 papers, and I've cut them down to 6 by 6 inches so it's easier to see. They have gold foil on one side and plain on the other. This is the stamp set, and these are the dies. This one is really detailed. I'm not sure it will fit over this. Yes, it does. It will fit over that. Or you can use it to die cut a single flower like I've done here. I've die cut this one, and this one. Then of course you've got the leaves, and the smaller leaf here, and the trio of flowers here. And these ones will cut out a finer detail. So this is the ephemera pack, and there are 5 sheets of these pop out die cuts, or laser cuts rather, and then these adhesive back sequins. As you can see, I've used some of these on my card, and those are the sequins. So start off with, you need your card base, which is in pale pineapple. That measures 11.5 by 4 1/8. That's 29.2 centimeters by 10.5. Now sometimes when you score and then you fold it together, it leaves a gap in your cardstock. So I find that the best way is to score it where the flap is, long side on top. You score it at 2 inches with the grey blade. Okay, fold that over, measure 5 3/4, which is the normal size of a card in Europe, and then score here, and that will give you your other fold, and then you can be sure that that's accurate. I'm going to untie it so that you can see what's inside. There's a little bit of stamping inside, so we'll do that first. We'll run through the rest of the cardstock that you'll need. The inside of the card is 5.5 by 3 7/8, so that's 14 centimeters by 9.8. Then you need to cut 3 pieces of pear pizzazz at 4 inches by 1 3/4 inches for your matte layers. For your pale papaya ones, these have been cut at 3 7/8 by 1 5/8, so it's about 1/8 of an inch smaller. I'm going to glue these pieces straight onto the cardstock so that I don't lose them. Those are all glued, and they kind of match. Okay, so these two go on this side, so we'll glue those on, and this one will have a wider frame round it on the... Oh, quick, undo that. I forgot something vital. Ribbon. I've just managed to avert a disaster. I should have put the ribbon on before I glued this down. Easy mistake to make. Do it all the time. I was jumping ahead. So anyway, we need the inks, pale papaya and pear pizzazz, and also the pale papaya ribbon. So cut off about 6 inches probably much more than you need. So I'm just going to run a bit of tape down here so I can stick my ribbon on there. So about an inch up from the bottom. Okay, and you want the long ends pointing toward the gatefold opening. Some tape on there to make sure it stays put. We've attached the ribbon, so we can adhere this back on. I know this looks awful on the back, but once we glue it back on, it will hide the mess underneath. Oh dear. Oh no. Catalogue of disasters today. Right. That's a ribbon attached, so don't do what I do. Attach the ribbon before you glue down your pieces. Now let's tackle the inside of the card. Now this is what Stampin' Up calls their distinctive stamps, because it adds a variation of colour, and the rubber stamp is made up of tiny little pixels like you get in a camera, so they're little dots, and at different intensities to give you that look. I won't stamp a sentiment on this one. I'll leave it blank, and I'll probably come in with a different ink as well, a darker ink to stamp the sentiment here, because I forgot to stamp off. I'm not having a good day today. Now I'm going to use this little stamp that's just got dots on it, and I'm not going to re-ink it. Just stamp different generations of it to add a bit of colour instead of it being monotone. I shall now glue this into the inside of my card. I'm going to get something heavy to keep the gatefold closed, and I'm tying my bow upside down because for some reason it always is the right way up when you finish tying it. When I'm making multiple cards, I usually use my Stamparatas. I die cut out blanks, because then it saves time and cardstock. Then I can use the template to pop the card in. And I've stuck painter's tape on the underside of the cardstock so that it will hold this in place. Then ink up the stamps. They're all going to be the same colour anyway. And stamp. Now I want to put dimensionals on here. So I want to have it on the edge of the gatefold. I don't want it overlapping. So if I do that, then it ensures that it won't. Pop some, which way round do I want that to go? It looks best like that, I think. Some of these dimensionals haven't cut through properly, so they're quite difficult to pull apart. So I'm going to overlap it a little bit so that it will keep the top half of that shut. Then I'm going to pop one here so that that tucks into this flower here and keeps that card shut. One dimensional on this tiny little one. I'm going to cut one of these leaves off and tuck that in here. Attach it with the glue dot. Get your position right. Then put the glue dot underneath. Stamp the sentiment. Pull it off. I want the flag end before the hello. So cut in the middle and then from the sides towards the centre. Glue dot. Tuck it inside. And lastly, add some sequins. So there's the completed card. I hope you've enjoyed today's tutorial. All the links to the supplies I used is listed below this video in the Show More section. You can also find me on Facebook, Pinterest or Instagram. If you haven't subscribed yet, do press the subscribe button. If you like this tutorial, do give me a thumbs up. Thanks for watching. Bye.